When the borders reopen, no doubt there'll be many foreign guys getting on a plane and going to meet up with their Filipinas, and some of these guys, it will be their first physical meeting together after many months or even some years in a long-distance relationship. But right here, one needs to understand the attitudes in the Philippines around public displays of affection, and more specifically, around kissing on the mouth in public. For many of us in more liberal countries, we may kiss our partner in public, or if not, we've certainly seen others doing it, and even sometimes to excess. But it's more tolerable in some countries than it is in the Philippines. One must know, on the whole, the Philippines is rather a conservative country when it comes to displaying your affections in public. For sure, over the years they've lightened up somewhat on this, but for many, kissing on the lips in public is still frowned upon. Now, this of course doesn't mean that every Filipino all over the Philippines will feel this way, and indeed, some may be happy to kiss you on the lips in public, and others may die of embarrassment if you were to do so. So when you go to be with your Filipina for the first time, you really need to make sure that she's respected at all times, and of course, this includes not embarrassing her in front of her family or in public. Many Filipinas may meet you at the airport when you arrive, and no doubt this is an exciting time for the two of you. It's something you've been talking about for so long, and now the big day arrives. You see each other and then start walking faster towards one another. Perhaps you're expecting a huge kiss on the lips, but she becomes rather subdued with any affections. She may give you a soft hug and no kiss at all, and you're wondering what's going on here. Is this the same woman that I've been chatting with for the past year or more? She seems so excited for me to be coming all this way to spend time together, and yet it's like she barely knows me. This, of course, is a typical scenario that I've heard many times over from foreign guys who really don't understand Filipinas in general, and what they may feel about public displays of affection. But I must also point out here, this is not every single Filipina, and there are some who will be excited and they'll be happy to give you a big kiss right there at the airport in public. So it's really important to have this understanding when you plan on going to the Philippines and realise the differences around public displays of affection from that of your country. Now, a big part of ensuring you respect your Filipina is understanding what she's comfortable in doing and not doing. Is she comfortable in displaying her affections in public and around her family? Or should any kissing on the lips be kept exclusively for those private times? The best way to be sure around this is to speak to your partner before you even go there. And once you're there, be led by your partner as to what she is comfortable with. You really don't want to be one of those guys who get to the airport and wonder what's going on when she doesn't kiss you. And you also need to understand here that you're changing the phase of your relationship. You're going from an online relationship where the two of you have never been together in person before to a relationship where you can now physically interact with each other, and for some, this can take a little time to get used to. So don't be upset if she's trying to adjust to getting to know you in a different way once you're in the Philippines, and allow her to do this at her own pace is my best advice. Be yourself and treat her respectfully, and over a day or two you'll start to see her loosen up, where you guys will be able to have a wonderful time together and really get to know one another at a more deeper level. I wish you well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.